What's up, guys? Sucker Jake here, and we're gonna do a test hands and first turn for test hands for first turn, second turn, and we changed our extra deck yet again because some sorcerers got banned, and we took out one mega fleet because I don't go into it as often. Good for board breaking, but I don't go into it that often. And so we put a gadget, and we put this guy. I honestly don't know how to say his name, so yeah, the infamous swarm chip. But that's what we changed in our extra deck. So we'll do our first turn real quick. Alright. We can work with this. So, first turn, we can use that to get out our... we can go for two things, but I'm usually just going to... I'm going to go for Natcher, because why not? I'm going to do that thing where I put it in front of the screen and take 10 years to look for the card. One Natcher. Just drop it on the... Our guy Natcher for it. We're not even going to shuffle the deck just because, you know, this is just a first turn game. We'll discard this Cyber Dragon, basically to bring them back. And then we have these two. So we can go for two things here, which we're going to go for our big guy first. We're going to link summon into him. So link these two off because they're two machines. Put them here, and then we're going to use Cyber Rev System. And with that, bring him back, and now we can use his effect next turn. We get attacked. We can just make a card double its attack, or we could
it doesn't double attack, it gives 2100.
Yeah, well, most Cyber Dragons, it doubles its attack,
sorry.
Basically.
I'll shut up.
And limited removal just to make it a little more fun, just to add a little insult to injury, because he doesn't get destroyed because of limited removal. He will, but he won't. So if we really want to put some damage on the points, go for it. And that's first turn. We could go into him second turn too. That'd be great. But, you know, not as great on second turn because he's more of a field wipe and then just smack for whatever. But that's first turn hand. Try to do a video before this, and my first hand was really crap.
Yeah, didn't want to give you a dud video.
Yeah,
but maybe every once in a while, maybe if you do a video, if you the fans want to see him try to play through a crappy hand, he could consider doing that.
Yeah, I could have done very little with that crappy hand. I could have just insta-fusioned for first turn, but that's not that great.
Yeah.
That's all I could have done.
But I mean, I just said that because maybe, you know, your fan base might want... I don't know how big your fan base is, but just in case they want to see, you know...
I have a fan base of like 4 people.
Oh, well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm just saying, you know, just to see if they want you to try to play through bad hands.
So here's our second hand. Wow, I haven't seen DD Crow in my hand in a while, honestly. But this is kind of a broken hand here. So what we can do is, since it's second turn, we play him, use his effect to search for a spell or trap. And since we already have our trap here, that's nice to have. So we'll search for a spell. We'll search for our other cyber spell. And I know my screen or my phone's gonna do that thing where it wants to stop focus. It starts focusing on my hand because I haven't. So we'll search for emergency. And if our opponent negates it, we can just detach him, throw a card in the graveyard, and yeah. So
get back.
Yep. With that, we will cyber emergency and say they do. So we'll just get rid of this spell card because whatever, and then play it anyway. So
yeah.
And then we'll get our boy. More of a Natcher fan. Since he came out, I've kind of been going into him a lot because his effect is stupid broken. Because he can get anything with 2100 or more, so we can get our guy our 3 level 5s. But then we'll machine duplication for him, and he counts as a Cyber Dragon, so 2 Cyber Dragons on the field. I want to get more of him, and I want to get him in Hollow, but
they're expensive.
yeah, they're not that. They're probably not that expensive.
Hey, is this the one I gave you, or is that in your deck still?
One of them you gave me, yeah. Yeah. Then with this for turn 2, we could either link off or, which I think we're gonna link off because I really don't want to get smacked. So with that, we'll link off to, or not XYZ. I can't get it off the freaking mat now. Sorry, I'm just leaving everything on the field here. We'll link off into.
Don't you have to have his ability to point if you're going into? I think you are.
No, he just quick effect. It's not not
so
anything.
He doesn't have to point down.
He doesn't have to point at anything, which is nice.
I was gonna say put him over here to point,
And then, if we wanted, we could throw him in the grave, special summon him, just to bring back one of our Cyber Dragons. It doesn't really matter where it goes, honestly.
Just in case you link XZ those two off.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna do.
Yeah,
that's
because you have to have this pointing down.
Yeah, I know.
So
it doesn't matter. You XYZ and you just put it there, goober.
I know, but no, you put this in that zone.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, so I moved over.
Yeah.
I corrected you.
True.
So.
And then we can, since this is our second turn and really good board, we'll break away with Nova just to special summon him again. And that's saying if we don't get Ash or Mansioned, Ghost Bell Mansion, I think that's her name. So now we have a pretty ridiculous board, and we can put him face down. And if it's the trap card, put our trap card face down. We can banish something from our opponent's graveyard because why not? Most decks nowadays are really hardcore graveyard based.
Yeah.
Like Samba Greats.
Yeah.
With that good old spinny.
But I mean, I got cards to stop you, so.
2, 4, yeah. So he's at 25 because he gains 200 for each, and then we can use his effect to make him gain 2,100 more. So he'd be at 46. Attack, and then he can attack too, but he does no battle damage when he uses his effect. So that's a big chunk of.
See, that's 46. That
21.
That makes it 80 or no 60, 67. So next turn they're dead unless they get something.
Yeah. So we want to use him to basically take out whatever card we can.
Like I think in my opinion, I think the only way. I think in my opinion, the only way somebody can come back from this. Just in my opinion, like, cause I've seen cause new decks are old decks are coming back, so I figure I'm going to say old one, Evil Heroes.
Yeah.
They get Dark Gaia out and they don't use Dark Fusion. He tries to attack, and you just use his effect to negate the activation of the spell card before they get Dark Gaia out, and they're done because that's.
Yep. So we could negate the effects, and he'd still be.
He'd still be pretty strong.
He'd be 23 if I negated, and then he'd gain that 2,100 off of him.
Yeah, so he'd still be pretty beefy and you get in the
44?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of our first turn, second turn game. Oh. And I did actually play Fluff here with his Salma Great deck, like you said.
We went 1 for 1. We haven't played the third match because the chair that we sit in kind of makes our legs go numb, so we had to get up and.
Yeah, it's a.
But I will want to say this, and it's up to Psycho here. I kind of want to make an old school Evil Hero deck just for fun and do a profile and maybe do a video of it.
Do a profile, bud. I got my weird fun deck of Blue Eyes and all that stuff.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because they're coming out with a few new Evil Heroes. And then with the new Vision Heroes that are coming out, I think, I don't know when they're coming out, but I'm just thinking Evil Heroes might be viable.
Huh?
And I got all my Evil Hero cards. I just gotta find them.
Yeah. All right, guys, and that's our combo for combos for first turn, second turn with our Cyber Dragon boys, which quote unquote favorite rogue meta deck, I guess. I don't know what you would call that. Prank Kids are really fun.
See, his favorite is Cyber Dragons. Mine is Dinos. Unfortunately, I don't have my Dinos built right now because I'm trying to sell them in Greats, and I only have one set of the hand traps that I use, so that's why I'm not using my Dinos.
And yeah, enjoy yourself, guys. Have a good day and peace out.